is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Hello, good morning. Welcome to session 2 of Feel Good, Breathe Deep. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've had a wonderfully calm week. A couple of questions arose from last week's session. The first one was all about the chair. What sort of a chair should we sit on and how should we be sitting? Well, we need to make ourselves comfortable for these sessions, that's the first thing. The chair I'm using just helps me feel my bottom bones. So if you pop your fingers under your bottom and try and feel for those bones and rock from side to side, you should be able to feel them. Placing your feet on the floor, keep breathing, rock from side to side, rock from forwards and backwards. Let's take that into a circle. Are you breathing while you're doing this? And one more, thinking about your feet. How do they feel on the floor as you're doing this? Are you still breathing out? Think about the size of your feet, your toes, the other side, your heels. Just feel that weight on your feet. Feel the balance in your sit bones. And if you need to help support that, get a few cushions now and pop them behind your back. So I'm modelling for you sitting well for singing and breathing. Sitting well just makes you feel better. Opening up our chest to the world, giving our hearts away, will make us feel better. If you can't sit up on a chair, or you're on the sofa or in bed, try and prop yourself up as much as you can. Get that forward lean to open up the back of the lungs so that we can fill them up and blow out. So let's get started. So, if you were the weather, what would you be? Is it stormy, sunny, chilly, snowing, blowing a gale, calm? Whatever it is, take your first thought and just observe it and think to yourself, that was interesting. I wonder why I chose that sort of weather today. And like all weather, it'll change from day to day, hour to hour, or even minute to minute. Let's take our weather into the forest today. Let's feel our feet on the ground as we're moving through the forest. It could be quite bumpy, all those roots under our feet. So we may have to lift them, heel to toe, and keep breathing. As you lift your legs, be conscious of the fact that you are having to work those abs deep down in order to lift your legs. Now, lifting our legs could be quite an effort, so make sure you're still breathing. Lovely. Let's take our arms into this. We're swinging our arms from the shoulders and we're feeling or imagining our shoulder blades moving over our back ribs as we move. Quite elegant, really. Maybe there's a giraffe. Just suddenly thought of a giraffe in my forest because they're very elegant when they walk. Very superior, they keep their long necks up. Are you still breathing? Let's add our feet and our arms to this thought, whatever our forest is like. And it can develop into a fantastical forest, of course. And just think about, are you still breathing while you're doing this? Going through your forest, in whatever weather you want it to be. Take a pause, lean forward, have a look at the view through the forest, peep around the trees, or have we come to the top of the hill in a clearing in our forest? We can look out over the horizon. We're going to take a breath in and blow out because it's just so beautiful to be in the forest. In through our nose and blowing out. In through our nose and blowing out. And we can feel and take in the smells of all the things that are in the forest. Maybe our forest is by the sea and we just get a hint of the sea. Maybe our forest is a winter forest. We can smell the damp of leaves and the pine cones as the water drips off them. As we look down to the forest floor, we see a dandelion. It's all fluffy, gone to seed. Bend over, pick it up, and gently blow out and watch the seeds fly away. There's another one. Bend over and pick that one up. This time, blow a little stronger. See if you can get them to disperse even quicker. As you let the air fall back in, just watch them float away. Let's take that breath to a little pattern using our S sound. So we're going to do this. S, 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 and then relax. S, s, s. A little pattern. S, s, s. S, s, s. Lovely. Want to draw your attention to these abs that we mentioned at the beginning. Pop your hands here and see if you can feel any movement. Most of the movement is on the way out, isn't it? Have another feel. When your breath comes out to make the sound. We feel that little bumpiness. In between making the sounds and the air coming out, we need to make sure our tummy area is lovely and relaxed. It's not tight. So give yourself a sigh. Let's try that on. Shh, 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 shh. You can keep the last one for as long or as short as you like. I'm changing hands just to keep myself balanced. Shh. And I give myself time in between each of those exercises to feel that relaxedness in my tummy here. The air pops in through my mouth. Breathing for singing, we tend to use the breath coming through our mouth because it goes in quicker rather than those long breaths that we take through our nose when we're relaxing. Let's change that to a got a tickle under our nose from all those dandelion seeds. And another one. So that's all the air coming through our lips and our mouths and our vocal folds, going backwards from our lungs. Let's add a sound to all of that. Woo, woo, woo. Or lower. Woo, woo, depending on what bike we are. Two of these together. Woo, woo, woo. But give yourself time to relax that tummy. Woo, woo, woo. Lovely. My favourite sound is that zh. My tongue's forward. Zh, 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 zh. I really can feel my tummy when I do that one. And I feel that relaxedness as the breath comes in. Let's take that into a little sliding scale or a siren. Sing. I always think of it as an elastic band or a slinky. Do you remember those slinkies? Sing. And I imagine the sound being the NG of sing. Comes down your nose, that sound. Sing. And give yourself a laugh because it's ridiculous, isn't it? Real good laugh. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And let's take that into a song. Oh, 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 oh. Little scale. Oh, 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 oh. Hee, 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 hee. Ah, 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 ah. Lovely. I'm going to play you our song for today so you can have a listen and follow the words. I'll tell my ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair and stole my comb, tell my ma when I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3, please won't you tell me who is she? Chosen this song because it's March, and in Ireland we're coming up to St. Patrick's Day. It's a song that was made famous by the chieftains, and I thought I would share it with you. A traditional song, and it goes like this. I'll tell my ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, they stole my comb, tell my ma when I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's my girl from Belfast City. She goes courting 1, 2, 3, please will you tell me who is she? So while we're singing this, really feel your tummy move in and out. Everything is loose. We're sitting well on our sit bones. Our shoulders are nice and free. We're thinking about that giraffe walk. We're feeling our feet on the floor. We're feeling happiness in our heart, and we're going to sing for each other. So I'm going to put the words up. Take a breath when you need. Very simply. I'll go first. I'll tell my ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Now, every time I stopped singing, I made sure I relaxed my tummy. That just helped the breath come in. You don't even need a lot of breath for this song. Let's try that again. I'll tell my ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. She pulled my hair, she stole my comb. I'll tell my ma when I go home. Now we could do that again with fewer breaths if we can. I'll tell my ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. She pulled my hair, she stole my comb. I'll tell my ma when I go home. Well done, that's coming along. So you can always stop the video and play it back. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's my girl from Belfast City. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's my girl from Belfast City. She goes walking 1, 2, 3, please will you tell me who is she? Brilliant. So, putting all that together, it goes something like this. I'll tell my ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, they stole my comb, but that's all right till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3, please won't you tell me who is she? I'll tell me ma when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, they stole my comb, but that's all right till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's the belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me, who is she? Thank you so much for joining me this week. Have a lovely week. Keep singing.